Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. Now, the Dragon Ball Super movie, the Dragon Ball Super Broly film that will premiere in theaters on December 2018 and also in the US January 2019. One mystery that I wanted to basically discuss today is when will Dragon Ball Super Broly take place exactly? Now before you all comment, well, it's after the Tournament of Power. Well, I get that, but I want to know exactly when this is going to take place, whether it's going to take place immediately after the Tournament of Power or maybe a few months after, or even, close to a year. So joining me today, I have MJxTV. Please say hello.
Hello, everyone. MJ here. And today we're going to dive into my favorite topic, Dragon Ball.
That's PG cover. But anyway, BG anime, go check him out. Anyway, so in the Japanese version of the trailer, Whis says, "Goku, why do you seek even more strength than you have now?" Now, I thought this was kind of a strange line because, well, Goku says afterwards, he's like, "I met so many strong fighters at the Tournament of Power, and now I'm fired up." Now, the wording of Goku's statement here implies that he is going to, this movie is going to be directly after the tournament because he met so many strong fighters at the Tournament of Power. Why would he be talking about that, months after the Tournament of Power happened? And now I'm fired up. He used the word now, now I'm fired up. So it's going to be directly after the Tournament of Power. That's just my opinion. And also, the thing that Whis says about Goku wanting more strength seems kind of redundant, as Whis knows what Saiyans are and how they live for battle and breathe, for battle, and they just want to accumulate more power. Whis knows this already, throughout the Dragon Ball Super continuity. He knows the Saiyans. However, if, it makes sense why Whis would say that if it was directly after the Tournament of Power, because Goku has had such a massive power boost within the Tournament of Power. It would make sense for Whis to go, like a couple of days after the Tournament of Power. If Goku wants more strength, it would make sense if Whis would go, "Oh, why do you even seek even more strength than you have now? The Tournament of Power was like a couple of days ago. What are you doing?" But if it was like a few months or even a year after the Tournament of Power, that wouldn't make sense, knowing Whis, knows what the Saiyans are and how they live for battle and whatnot. So it makes sense if it's directly after the Tournament of Power. And also, as we saw like a few days ago, no Goten and Trunks with older designs. They still look like kids, even though they, really shouldn't. I mean, look at History of Trunks, his design in the Trunks special, look at him compared to Trunks in the Dragon Ball Super Broly film. It just doesn't add up, and they don't have older designs, they do in the end of Z, so that's another reason why the Tournament of Power, the Dragon Ball Super movie will be directly after, maybe a couple of days after the Tournament of Power. It just makes sense to me, but so I think the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie will, it'll be a Last Jedi, they'll do a Last Jedi and just make it directly after the thing that came before, that being the Tournament of Power. MJ, what are your thoughts regarding this?
When is Trunks' balls gonna drop? That's my question. No, I'm just kidding. The only problem I see here with the movie taking place a couple of days after the Tournament of Power is if you go back to the Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power story, the Universe Survival Arc. And in the Universe Survival Arc, when the tournament came to a conclusion, there was already a party and a little festival going on after that tournament to kind of, they always do that, in Dragon Ball. After like a huge event happens, they usually throw like a party and everybody's there. And hey, I mean, they survived. Their universe survived. They saved countless lives, so it makes sense for Bulma to probably throw a party for everybody who participated in that tournament. Now, the issue with that comes from this. We know in Dragon Ball, whether it be Dragon Ball, whether it be Z, whether it be Super or GT, there's a lot of time gaps between when characters meet each other. There's many instances in Super where like Goku didn't even know Vegeta was gone. He hadn't seen him for 6 months because he was like on, Whis' planet already. You skip to the post-Feature Trunks arc. it's mentioned that Goku hasn't seen Bulma in months because she had no idea she was even pregnant. The last time he saw her, she wasn't showing any signs of pregnancy. So again, my only issue here is, Nathan, if it is only a couple of days after the tournament, why are they throwing a whole other get together with everybody there again? That's my only issue, unless the trailer is tricking us and that ending, and that in the beginning of the trailer is actually at the end of the movie after the Broly fight. However, though, the issue comes with the dialogue. But again, trailers mess with us. An example of a trailer messing with you is the Infinity War trailer that had Hulk in the trailer, but he wasn't even in the film. He wasn't in the final product. So the trailer could be playing games with us and messing with us. I don't necessarily see that being the case for the Dragon Ball film, but that's really the only error there, is that they just threw a party. Why are they throwing a huge other gathering again just a few days later? I don't get the issue with that. I mean, I see an issue with that. However, Nathan, the popular theory that I want to get your thoughts on is the fact that some people have said the movie may actually retell the ending of the Tournament of Power with that with that party. It may actually retell those events of them coming to Capsule Corp. It's just after the tournament, and they throw the whole party and everything, and that's the beginning of the Broly movie. I've seen that theory get thrown around. What are your thoughts on that?
That's certainly a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Toei Animation to retell events. Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods arc and the Resurrection F arc, both, retellings of the movies. So I could definitely see the possibility of them just retelling that, Tournament of Power after party. That definitely seems like a possibility, especially with the new art style and all of that. It would be interesting to see. And of course, there would be a lot of comedy within that party. We've been talking about off air, Gohan just getting jobbed out of the whole entire movie. I think this after party of the Tournament of Power, I think that's where he would do it. And of course, this movie, it seems like it'll have a lot of dramatic weight considering the subject matter, and how the Saiyans were eradicated by Frieza. Well, Beerus sent Frieza to go destroy the Saiyan. But anyway, that's either here nor there. And also, like, Broly seeming to be, controlled by Paragus. It just seems a very dramatic, and we'll get into the lore and stuff. So we need that comedy to spice things up and to make things all not, dark as it seems. We need some contrast, within the, the movie itself. So having the Tournament of Power after party, that being after the Tournament of Power where everyone's all happy and cheery, and then it gets into the action and dramatics, that seems like a plausible idea. And also, a couple of days ago, the Dragon Ball Super Broly story was revealed, the basic plot as, V-Jump and all of those magazines give. The Broly story was revealed, and it says, Goku spends all of his days training to reach even greater heights. Then one day, Goku and Vegeta are faced by a Saiyan called Broly, who they've never seen before. The Saiyans were supposed to have been completely wiped out in the destruction of planet Vegeta, so what's this one doing on Earth, blah blah blah. So it's interesting how they say Goku spends all his days training to reach even greater heights. That's, another piece of evidence, at least to me, at least the way it's worded. Of course, this is an English translation, and, however, it's very accurate because Hermes98 covered it and he does accurate translations. There is still a bit lost, in translation with Japanese and English. That happens all the time, and you kind of have to, piece it together somehow. So I don't know how concrete this is, but them saying Goku spends all his days kind of implies to me that there is a slight gap between the Tournament of Power and this new movie. And then one day, this seems like more towards the future, not directly after the Tournament of Power, like the after party happens and then, they cut to Broly, coming, and then like Goku and Vegeta meeting Broly. It just seems like this sporadically happened one day, so that leans more towards the this happens a few months after, or a couple of days, or maybe a week after the Tournament of Power, not straight after, not pulling a Last Jedi and just happening straight after. But there's conflicting evidence on each side. This could most definitely be a retelling of the Tournament of Power after party. I wouldn't put it past Toei to, of course, make retellings, but also there's the lines in the trailer, and there's also, like, the story revealed. But it's all up in the air at this point. So, MJ, what are your final thoughts, man?
Well, what about this theory that I want to get your thoughts on? What if this party that we see in the beginning of the trailer where everyone's all happy and eating and stuff, what if that's a party for one of the girls' birthdays, like Pan or Brawl? Like, do you see that being a situation? Because we know Brawl was born a couple of days right before the Tournament of Power, so I don't know if they would go a full year or if they would place like around Pan's birthday. Obviously, the issue comes with if a whole year has passed and how come Trunks and Goten still look the same. But at this point, bro, I got a feeling we're gonna be like at an episode if Super comes back like right before the end of Z, and then the next episode there's gonna be huge. Like this grew overnight. I feel like that's gonna happen. You know, I don't think we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna see subtle growth of their characters. I feel like one day we're just gonna get new designs for them. They're gonna be huge. You know, like they just had a growth spurt or something. I feel like that's what's gonna happen with their characters. So if this film does take place within 6 months to a year after the tournament, I can still see that being a possibility, even with Goten and Trunks still looking the way they look.
Yeah, like, I don't think we're going to get natural growth like fucking Gohan from
Right.
Psylocke to
Right.
the Bull Arc. I don't think we'll see that. And I honestly kind of like the idea of Goten and Trunks just aging overnight. I kind of like that idea, to be honest. I think it's just kind of funny. And, I wouldn't put it past Toriyama to just think of a wacky idea like that. But yeah, I do like the idea of, it's just Bra or Pan's birthday. That seems like a cool occasion, something a bit different, although because it's a kids party. But we did have Bulma's birthday party before, and actually, fun fact for the subs, originally the Battle of Gods setting was actually going to be Krillin and 18's wedding. That was in the original Watanabe script, but for some reason Toriyama changed it to Bulma's birthday party, which I kind of wanted to see 18 and Krillin's wedding, to be honest. That would have been incredible. Just have some, awesome moments with Krillin and 18 just being, very comedic and stuff. But anyway, that's either here nor there. Tell me your thoughts regarding the Dragon Ball Super Broly time placement in the comments below. Do you think it'll be directly after the Tournament of Power, at the after party, or do you think it'll be a few months after, or maybe a few weeks, or even, hell, up to a year with Bra's birthday party, for instance? Let us know in the comments. That's gonna do it for us. Please make sure to go check out MJxTV. The link is down below. He creates awesome content, and please subscribe. And that's gonna do it for us. Subbed it. See you guys next time. Bye.